How much thought have you put into the fashion options in your next game? Today at AD Victoria Chen of Kid Fox Games, old friend Junjun, give a great talk about why fashion in games often sucks, and why devs should put more time and effort into making it not suck up front. She points out fashion is not just clothes, and it's not just high-concept runway shows, either. It's the art and science of communicating information through what we wear and how we carry ourselves. I am not here to talk about what good fashion is, said Chen. I want to talk more about how we have ignored it as a serious mechanic, and an information-rich piece of storytelling in game development. The first reason we should care about fashion is that fashion really increases our understanding. She continued, it can put you in a certain time era. It can convey a certain mood without walls and walls of text. And it can say where your character came from. Fashion is weakest when it's meaningless. So Chen encourages game makers to look at what characters are wearing as a vital communication channel. Players will instantly make a judgment about your characters based on their outfits. So make sure they mean something. As an example of an outfit that's information pool, Chen put up a shot talking of Blade Chronicles to protagonist Rex, noting that his flashy diver armor is striking but conveys almost nothing about what a diver is or does. Some players may feel strongly about Rex's outfit because they have deep ties to the series. For example, are the game's artist. But if they are just seeing him for the first time, it's hard to read him as a character. Fashion is a useful tool for evoking strong emotions in general, said Chen, pointing out that many people pick outfits for their in-game characters when they have the option. For the same reasons they pick their own outfits to feel strong, are attractive, are powerful, are just comfy. For me, when I was too afraid to wear sexy outfits, I would wear them in games to explore how they made me feel, said Chen. Did I actually like this? Did I want to dress more cute? Did I want to dress more masculine? To feel more comfortable. Fashion can give you powerful feelings. Games have been using fashion to elicit powerful feelings in customers for a long time, of course. But it's almost always by putting women characters in ridiculously skimpy outfits. Chen says it can be powerful to give players room to express their characters' sexuality, but that power is quashed when devs do not give players room to choose their own outfits. Of course, I have talked about sexualized fashion. I have come to have very complicated feelings about it right now, Chen said, recommending everyone read Maddie Myers' critical article on the fashion of Soul Calibur's Ivy Valenti, Shadow's champion reclaiming sexiness for ourselves. Though I found it hard to feel empowered when women characters do not have non-sexy clothing options. She also cautions game makers about putting fashion and iconography from other countries and cultures in your game without doing serious research first. Putting every American video game character into an outfit sporting an American flag gets old fast, she argues. The same goes for characters from other parts of the world. Get sensitivity readers. Hire diverse people to work on your project. She suggested calling out the Big Abou project as a great example of how game artists can work a variety of information-rich fashion into their game's assets. The Big Abou project is an effort by artists Sherry's Log to explore the intersection of popular culture with traditional garments and fan art. But what's so special about it is the way Log weaves real history in, with creative designs that convey a game's essence through fashion. These designs are not only fun, They are a way of learning about the history of traditional outfits, such as, especially from somewhere like Southeast Asia, which is not well represented in games. Good fashion is not just a useful, vibrant medium for communicating information about your game's design and narrative. It's also just cool. And in a modern game market, where it seems like every dev is fighting to get their game noticed, having a cool-looking game is a big plus. As a community manager, I am always looking for things to hook in players. Chen explained. Players want to embody their ideal selves, online and offline, and fashion is a great way to help them do that. So where are all the fashion games these days? Mostly in the indie and mobile spaces, says Chen, which is an opportunity for any devs who are interested in making more fashion-centric games to carve out space for themselves on PC and console storefronts. This is a whole market out there that someone can get in on, Chen said, pointing to a fruitless search she did recently for a fashion game genre on Steam. Bottom line, fashion is fun, concretization, and games are fun. So it's an ideal marriage. Why do we play games? It's a complicated question. And at the 2019 Game Developers Conference next month, you will get some new data and findings from game analytics firm Quantic Foundry that might shed some fresh light on the subject. You will get it from a PRO-MISINGGDC 2019 design track, a deep dive into the 12 motivations, findings from 500,000 gamers, in which Quantic Foundry co-founder Nicky will break down the data gathered from a survey of over 500,000 game players. He will take you on a deep dive into each of the 12 motivations in Quantic Foundry's Gamma Motivation Model 2.1. Describe the psychological underpinnings. 2. Identify specific game mechanics, features they are linked to. 3. Provide specific game examples along the spectrum of the motivation. And 4. Surface idiosyncratic aspects of the motivation. G. Gamers in China are much more driven by this motivation. To make the findings actionable in your own work, this talk will present concrete examples of how these 12 motivations are connected to specific game mechanics and exemplified in specific game titles franchises. Check it out. For more details on this and many more talks, check out THEGDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your GD 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscow Nips Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to GD, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019, visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, or Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Skybound Games and Epic Games have partnered to bring Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season on PC exclusively to the Epic Games Store for all future purchases. Starting today, the remaining chapters of Telltale's episodic series are available through the Epic Games Store on PC, but not for other digital storefronts like Steam or Humble Bundle. This news comes after Skybound reached a deal with Telltale back in October to finish development on the remaining episodes. The studio resumed work on the final season last month, with most of the original Telltale development team rejoining the project. As detailed in a press release, players who purchased a season pass of The Walking Dead game, the final season on a different PC platform will still receive the final 2 episodes through their previous point of purchase, it's likely that the exclusivity deal was not motivated solely by sales of the game, as the press release seems to suggest that Epic helped fund development of the last 2 episodes of The Walking Dead. Epic stepped up to the plate immediately to work with the scene other to bring the original team back together and ensure fans will receive the completed season of Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, said President of Interactive Damari and Skybound Games CEO Ian Howe in a joint statement. The 3rd episode, titled Broken Toys, releases on January 15th.
2019
In this DD 2017 talk, ILM's John Knollimxlabs Roger Cause and Matty Hoffman discussed the rendering technology inspired by video games that the team created for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The trio provide details as to how the technology works, in addition to going over the challenges and lessons learned by creating a real-time hero character for Rogue One. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching.